Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk all about 1930s makeup and skincare. I randomly was on eBay and I found a whole lot of vintage makeup and skincare from the 1930s, and I thought it'd be really fun to do a 1930s makeup and skincare haul. And if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Laura and this is where I talk about all things vintage. So if you love those things, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the big red button below. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and say hello. I like to share a lot of behind the scenes footage of me doing my videos, and I just love getting messages from you. So I'd link that below as well. Alright, let's jump right into my 1930s makeup and skincare haul. I started out with this wonderful book. I've mentioned it before. It's the Classic Beauty, The History of Makeup. They had a lot of interesting photos and everything inside about the 1930s, and I actually found a few of the products that I got in my lot in this book, which I thought was really cool. So to start out, I'm going to start out with the makeup. So the first thing that I got in my eBay haul was this Hazel Bishop No Smear lipstick for blondes. It came in a lipstick trio. It's like perfectly intact in the box. It also has like a little bonus flyer kind of talking about the no smear lipstick, as well as a complexion glow cheek color that you can get, and also a bejeweled lipstick that they offer. And it's in this little mini trio. These lipsticks are a lot smaller than a normal size lipstick, but they're pretty much in mint condition. I don't think they've ever been used. They look pretty mint on the tip as well as everything else. And as you notice, it doesn't have the classic swivel up lipstick. It's a push-up. It's actually kind of stuck. I think it's just because it's so old and you can't push it up anymore. It's like pretty much stuck, but back in the 1930s you were able to push that up and then to adjust it. And I know in 1923 the patent for the swivel up lipstick was invented. I'm just not sure if maybe it took a while for mainstream cosmetics to start using the swivel up, so I'm assuming in the 1930s a lot of brands still use the push-up lipstick. And this one comes in 3 different colors. This is kind of like almost like a cherry red, and it definitely matches the colors from the book if you look at 1930s colors in the book. But I'm really impressed with this because the box is beautiful. It's like in perfect condition, and I just love the mini shape of these lipsticks, and I just think they're really unique. And I also just love the font and everything in this one. So this is the first item. So I got 2 more lipsticks. This one, it's hard to decipher the brand based on what I see underneath. I really have a hard time reading it to figure out who made this lipstick, but it definitely has a 1930s look to it. It has the push-up again. Something that also is very Art Deco with the lines. Looks like almost like 1920s because it's so glamorous looking. So, you know, I'm kind of moving back and forth between that, but it definitely is either 1920s or 30s. Lipstick is really unique, mainly because it's so tiny. It's like the smallest lipstick I've ever seen. What's unique though, and it does have the swivel up, but the outside definitely looks very Art Deco with the lines. But it has the swivel, so I'm thinking maybe it is 1930s. There is a deep red lipstick, but it's stuck in there. The swivel's not moving anymore. Because this is literally the smallest lipstick I've ever seen in my life. And I actually noticed the symbol on top is the same symbol as this face powder. And this face powder is by the brand Armand Cold Cream Powder from the Armand Company from Des Moines, Iowa. And it looks like a lot of actually skincare products were made in Iowa. So I'm assuming that maybe this is from the 1930s, around the same time, because they're the same company. I actually just kind of randomly noticed that little symbol on top later on. And this is a powder that came in my little lot. I kind of like this lady's hair. It's like almost like Marie Antoinette-esque with the big high hair and the flower on top. I like this silhouette. I opened this and actually got face powder everywhere, so that was a mistake, but it's still in there. And apparently this powder contains a touch of cold cream for like extra strength to adhere to your skin. And it says price of regular package in hat box is $1. I feel like $1 back then was kind of a lot of money, so maybe this was pretty expensive. Anyway, so that was a little discovery that I found out these are the two of the same company. I also got another blush. This brand is called Tatons. Looks like it used to be like a soft pink, but that's worn off. When I was looking at the colors in the book, it definitely has a 1930s color palette. And it looks like this one was barely used either, as you can see, but I really like the look of it. I love how small it is too. It's like perfect to fit in your purse. I'm just wondering how they applied it. Maybe they just used their hands instead of a brush. I'm not sure because it is very small. Like it's a really tiny blush. I got a vintage Avon. As you can see, it's very dark red. I believe this one's from the 1930s based on the logo research that I did. Looks like this one definitely has been used. It's definitely before the 1950s, probably 30s, maybe early 40s, but I'm thinking probably 1920s. You can tell by the old Avon symbol on the front. I do love that seafoam green and gold. Got this really interesting Cutex cuticle remover. I love the packaging again. It's so dramatic. Definitely has that like 1930s like Hollywood look to it. Just look how dramatic and beautiful this packaging is. Looks like it's definitely gone bad. I'm actually kind of terrified to see if I can open it and smell it. Whew. It smells basically like paint thinner, but I really love the packaging and just the drama of it. And look how beautiful the box is too. So this was an interesting find. I really liked getting this lot. I thought it was so unique. So I'm always trolling eBay, and when I found this, I just thought it was so cool. Anyway, so this is a Cutex cuticle remover from the 1930s. A bunch of skincare products and perfumes. So I got two perfumes. The first one is called Irresistible Perfume, and I actually found it in the book showing perfume from the 1930s. I definitely know this one is from the 1930s. I love the mini bottle too, and it has that dramatic 1930s kind of font and kind of art deco design to it. It's similar to the Cutex and some of the other ones. And what's interesting about it, when I open it up to smell it, it actually smells pretty good, but it has that kind of, I don't know, when I smell it I think 1930s. I just think of like, I don't know, it just brings me back in time, and that's why I love smelling vintage for perfumes, because sometimes you can just like close your eyes and smell it and just kind of picture what it was like back then. And I feel like this one definitely is holding its smell. So this is an Irresistible Perfume from the 1930s. Another interesting one, this is toilet water, and I think that was a name for a perfume. They used to call it toilet water. I know now, pretty sure if we called perfume toilet water, people would be completely repulsed. But apparently that was what it was called back then. This one's called Sparkling Gold Toilet Water. I really like the bottle, and again, see how it has the black top, the dramatic lines, even that symbol is very 1930s. This was a little interesting thing. And there's a whole bunch of cold cream. You can tell, again, look at this lady's face. It definitely, even her makeup is 1930s with the lines. This is Lady Alice Lemon Cleansing Cream. And it's from Minnesota. It looks like someone didn't even use this one. It smells like almost like car oil or something. Again, it has the black lid. I'm seeing a color scheme of like silvers and blacks in the 1930s. And here is a shampoo from the 1930s. And look how incredible this is. It has like tassels on the bottom. I mean on the top right there. Look at these tassels. And then look at the lid. It's like angular. Very art deco. And then look at the dramatic font again with the black and the silver, which is a common theme. And then I just love the lady's makeup and her hair. But I thought this was interesting. I really love the bottle with the tassels. Here is another cold cream cleanser. This brand is Irma Coleman Skin Cleanser. I've never heard of this brand. It's just another cold cream. And it's from Philadelphia and New York. And then it's from the department store, the Deco. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It says it was $1 back then. Definitely has the 1930s kind of dramatic font. This one was definitely used. It's all made with milk glass. It was interesting to just find something from a brand that I've never heard of, because I know the Pond's is very popular. Last but not least, this looks like it was like an old hair gel, maybe for a man or a woman, called Three Flowers. It's like Brilliant by Richard Hudnut, and it's like it looks like it was a hair gel. thought that was interesting to see the package. It's just crazy to think how these survived. Like usually people throw stuff away. So it's interesting to see like how did this get here and how did it wind up on eBay? Maybe someone was hoarding or it was an estate and someone just kept it. I don't know. I think it's really cool and I'm glad these things survive. So I just love looking at the packaging and I love looking online. So let me know if there's any other decades you want me to look for on eBay. Maybe I can buy another lot from another decade and share that with you. And also let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think of the 1930s? And thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!